Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening and good night. Welcome back to Abstract Medicine. Welcome back to this reading all about the weekend energies, but as you know, all of my readings are timeless. I'm just checking the camera because I have a slightly different setup today, as you can tell. It looks good from where I'm seeing it, so hopefully that should be okay for all of you. I have this new deck, which is called the Muse Tarot, and I'm very looking forward to continue using it for the time being. So yeah, let's get in. Let's get into this reading. So for those of you who have followed me on from Abstract Medicine Instagram, then you will have already heard a little bit of a sneak peek of the messages that are going to be coming in for this weekend. And I spoke about, you know, there could be a feeling of loss, a feeling of financial loss or unworthiness, and there could be this feeling of lack of progress, lack of movement, possibly lack of recognition, public recognition even, or even self-confidence. There could also be a feeling where we might actually be feeling like we're losing money, or even actually losing money, financially at a loss. A feeling of lack mindset, isolation even, and worry about finances in particular, because the finances card came out as the first indicator for this reading. And I have my cheat sheet here so that I am not going to be veering off, because sometimes I go on a tangent when I channel, as you know. So let's just get centered again. Let me just get my Palo Santo. Different setup today, as you can see, but hopefully you enjoy this view. I have a bit of music in the background, some frequencies in the background. I've got 48 hertz frequency going on, all about success and attracting luck and financial abundance, and as well as good health as well, breakthroughs. So I'm hoping that this music and this frequency will be able to help you if you can hear it. If not, don't worry about it. It's infused in the reading is what I just heard. So okay, so dear angels, ancestors, guides, please help me to deliver the messages for Abstract Medicine and continue with these weekend messages coming through. So thank you. Yeah, so you know, normally I don't read reversals. So the Six of Inspiration is the Six of Wands that came out in the reverse, and we have the Knight of Emotions. Let's just have a look at the let's have a look at the Five of Cards. Why not look at the booklet? Because, you know, these artists and these writers of their tarot, oracle, angel cards have their own interpretations as well of the tarot. So let's have a look at the Five of Materials first of all. And that came up in the upright. You know, so far, as you can see, these are minor issues. I don't think there's a major issue at the moment, but we will deep dive into the messages as well. So the Five of Pentacles, where is it here? Okay, so the Five of Pentacles is hardships. Let me just show you this card. Okay, so hardship, worries about safety and security, feeling of being left out, financial difficulties or health, struggling, seeking shelter. There's also scarcity here. The prompt is the Great Hall of Love. The muse spots her sleeping outside the gates of flow and abundance. She's cried herself to sleep, believing that she hasn't been granted access to the entrance. She is dangerously close to the edge, wrapped in little more than a tattered sheet of self-worth and memories of better days. She holds a tiny light of hope close to her as she sleeps, but it is so very dim that the muse wonders if she can still see it at all. It certainly doesn't look bright enough to light her way into the hall. With a helping hand, she nudges the small creature to safety. The muse knows that the entrance is closer than we think, and she wants all of us to enter the doorway of abundant well-being. She asks you to accept worthiness with an open heart and heal the rift between you and any wealth and health you desire but aren't experiencing today. You are never alone or forgotten. You are always welcome to the Great Hall of Love. Okay, so you have this big hand here, which is representing the Muse. This is the Muse Tarot, and this is the Muse, allowing and giving guidance to this individual who has been left out of this stable building. But it seems like the Muse is helping to open up that door. Let's have a look at the Six of Inspiration just briefly. Okay, so the Six of Inspiration usually is about, upright there, usually is about victory and recognition, as I said before, and homecoming. Being seen, recognition for a job well done, being thanked, the spotlight, healing your fear of success. So this has all come out in the reverse. And obviously in this deck, like me, I do not read reversals. Let's have a look at the Knight of Inspiration just briefly. The Knight of Emotions, apologies, Knight of Emotions. Okay, so the Knight of Emotions usually is about a brewing romantic heart, dating, new love, a happy flirtation, wearing your heart on your sleeve, loving the idea of being in love, the thrill of the chase, going for it, the buzz of the fresh and new. So there's this energy of newness as well, but it's in the reverse. For the time being, again, these are minor issues. And as I mentioned with the bat, we have this energy of releasing. There's also a big omen of change here. The bat's arrival also asks you to pay attention to the signs around you. So you could be seeing hands. You could also be seeing bats as symbols. I mean, hands as like people, but also like the hand as a symbol as well, or even a white horse. It may seem frightening, this change at the moment, but you must let go of these old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They will only hinder your growth. So kind of scary energies. It's almost like these two cards kind of match each other quite well, don't they? Let's now have a look. Let's put this up here and see if I can figure out a placement for these cards for you with this interesting new setup. So let me just put that there. I'm just going to shift the camera just a tiny bit. There you go. There's a bit of disturbance outside, but you know, I'm in London town at the moment, so this does happen. Let's just get some clarification on this 5 of materials. Actually, before we do, Commander Ashtar is telling me to use the past life cards. You know, this isn't just going to be about your past life, but it's also just going to give you some hints about what's happening. Unrequited love came out. So for some of you, this could also be a feeling that some of you might actually be stepping out of a relationship this weekend, and you're feeling maybe a bit nervous, because I just got this feeling around my tummy, where there's sort of maybe anxiety or nerves as well. These two cards together are giving me this energy of like the 9 of Swords energy, so, and also anxiety and sleepless nights. So, but you could also be stepping out of a relationship this weekend because there's unrequited love there. It hasn't been reciprocated, and so one of you are going to be probably going through a breakup energy this weekend, or you might already be in a breakup energy. I'm sorry to say this, but I have to just read what's here, but I'm going to help you and guide you towards your light and your truest purpose, as always, as I always do, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, so I hope this isn't too triggering for you. Let's get one more card, please. Thank you, Commander Ashtar. Weekend energies. I heard just move on and moving on, okay? Move on and moving on. And of course we have the finances card that dropped. So yes, there's also, so for some of you, this message could be both. It could be about romance. It could also be about, actually about, financial issues, worries about concerns, about worthiness. about losing money. Maybe some of you put money into an investment, or you've invested in something and you're worried and concerned about finances. But it's also seeming like if you're in a place of work or you're with someone, there's this energy of it's not quite the right fit. So there's an energy of needing to move on. And we do have this card, which is about the omen of change. Okay, let's get some more cards from the past life cards, please. Any more? Ooh, okay, that's a lot. So it's too many, Spirit, please. Just too many. Let's get a message for the Six of Inspiration in the reverse, please. What's the Six? Why is the Six of Inspiration in reverse? So the Father card came out. Some of you may be trying for a baby, and some of you may want to be a father. So this could be gender specific or identifying specific, and some of you might be feeling a bit unsuccessful with that over the weekend. But I just heard try again. You fall over and you pick yourself up and you try again. Just get back on your bike again. Just try again. And this goes with everything as well. Some of you are also healing father issues. Some of you are also understanding how to be in leadership as well, because typically the father or a mother are authority figures in our lives. And there could also be a feeling of understanding what that looks like in your family group dynamic. This could also be healing this feeling of loss of a father possibly this weekend. And I apologise and I'm sorry to be channeling this message and energies, but nonetheless, here I am sharing these messages. And if you are grieving at this time, I'm sending you my deepest condolences. So there's also this energy of, maybe some of you have not been getting on with your father, and this could also be doing something. This could be involving finances somehow. Like assets or income from family lines or paternal lines, possibly. Okay. Let's just get an emotional. Let's get a clarification on the Knight of Emotions, please. Knight of Emotions. Knight of Emotions. What's this Knight of Emotions all about in the reverse, please? Interesting, because we have Atlantis here, which is quite telling and quite apt for the Knight of Emotions, isn't it? These two cards are all about water, emotions, the psyche, creativity as well, Piscean energy, but also there's this connection with Atlantis, this connection possibly with crystal energies, crystal power energies as the main energy source for powering a whole country, nation, because in Atlantis and Lemuria they use the crystal energy as a power source. I also just saw crystal power grid as well. Some of you might want to do a crystal grid, so placing the crystals in a specific way. It's creating a vortex and creating invoking. The Knight of Emotions, we also have Piscean energy. We've got fish here, we've also got dolphins, fish here as well, and we've got starfish too. So I just get the feeling that there's kind of like a jolted energy of success, of something that is deeply emotional. So this could be your line of work, this could be your creativity, this could be this feeling of wanting to be successful at something but it hasn't quite worked out. Because whatever this situation is calling for has been unrequited. So take it as it resonates. Lots of messages are coming through here. It could be work related, could be father issues, could also just be a feeling of lack of self-worth too. Oh, and this flipped out, and this too. So we have authority figures, and remember I mentioned this about the authority figure. So there is an authority figure here. There's also legislation energy, there's the energy of the law. So there could also be a legal battle here, and this may involve financial losses. and then we have Celtic too. So some of you may have a resonance with the Celts, Great Britain in particular, Anglo-Saxon lineage. This could also involve something to do with the UK in one way or another. Okay, let's just get one more. Yeah, and some of you could be trying for a baby and you've had many losses, but actually I feel like there are blessings coming. And at this time, you know, this card has come up in the collective reading. You know, there are lessons, and you know, just move on like the clock. It just keeps moving forward, doesn't it? So you're learning these lessons at this time, and there is a blessing coming through and forward in the near future. And there's also this new beginning. Again, the symbol of a baby is also new beginnings too coming through. Something of the emotional, something emotional. Okay. What else? Let's continue with the tarot. Any more messages? Okay, thank you. We have the Queen of Materials. So, you know, we're still on the minor arcanas, so still there's some minor issues, minor setbacks, a feeling. What I'm hearing is don't make a big deal out of a molehill. So don't make a mountain out of a molehill. You know, the weekend energies, it's a weekend, you know, anything can change through and for the work week. So don't, if you need to, of course, release by crying with water energy, release your emotions, release your worries and concerns about self-worth and feeling unsuccessful. Maybe see whatever is going on at this time as a blessing in disguise. And, you know, and we have the work week with the Queen of Materials coming up for the next week, where I feel like she knows she's got a trick up her sleeve here, because she knows that she's strategic. She's also someone who is very grounded. Materials energy talks about finances and abundance. So someone who thinks about their finances in a positive way, someone who plans for the future as well with the materials energy, and also someone who is patient too. Okay, let's get another card. Okay, and we have the Sun, you know, so this is beautiful energy. I've never actually so far using this deck in the private readings, I've not used this card so far. It's such a gorgeous card. It reminds you of sunflowers. Things are blooming. There's the energy of happiness. There's the energy of the sun. There's the energy of summer. So, you know, I also see that, you know, this doom and gloom energy is going to be shifting quite rapidly. I think it's just a question of time. We, of course, now have our first major arcana here. So there's a big message here about a big change happening. There's a big message here about happiness. Things are going to be working out. There's going to be harmony here, particularly with regard to authority figures, if there's been some legal battles or battles that have involved, you know, authority figures, even arguments possibly with fathers and mothers, or even, you know, bosses or whatever, you know. So I see that there's going to be harmony. There's going to be energy of health. So things are going to be well-rounded. Things are going to be working out. Things are going to be blooming. There's going to be light that's going to be shared here. There's going to be truth that's going to be shared as well. So for me, this card is a harbinger of positivity and good news, I would say. For some of you who have been trying for a baby and have been unsuccessful, there is good news here as well, because we actually have the Sun, which is the energy of childhood too, and children. And a hint, you could also be having a son. So release at the moment, because to me, this is saying that there's a need to shed, release, let go of a situation, let go of a place, let go of feelings of self-worth, let go of maybe even a place of work where you're not feeling validated, and you're not getting validation, that you're even financially getting the equal pay I just heard, or even you know, recognition. So maybe some of you have not been getting paid what you believe you deserve, and I feel like let go of all of these things, let go of this place of work, let go of these situations, because I feel that there is there's good news here, and I feel like by the next week there's going to be a bit more harmony during the work week, next week, there'll be more harmony. There's going to be, things are going to be put in the right place. There's going to be more order as well with the authority figures and the sun. There's going to be truth, and right now there's all this chaos and chaotic energy and change, and it can make us feel very discombobulated. You know, we did just have the new moon change at the moment. Was it three days ago or 2 days ago in the time of this reading, which is, what is it today, the 29th of July. And I feel that there's also this big Leo energy here with the Sun card. So again, there's this night and day energy. So whatever you're shifting and learning these hard lessons from, you're again closing that door. It's kind of a blessing in disguise. You're releasing, and there's this beautiful daylight that's coming through the windows, you know, shining out. And then we have the Five of Inspiration. So the Five of Inspiration is the Five of Wands, typically, having a look at my cheat sheet. The Five of Wands does talk about conflict and disagreement. Five of Wands talks about competition, competitive energies, tension, and diversity. There could be an energy of needing more diversity in whichever situation this is resonating for you. This could be the workplace. This could be maybe diversity in your creative endeavors as well. This could be diversity in maybe having different and gendered children. You know, maybe if you've got like 3 boys, maybe you'll want to try for a girl. And you've been trying for a girl. I'm seeing the Beckhams, actually. They've had success with so many boys, and then finally they had a girl, and of course she's the apple of David Beckham's eye. And that's the kind of energy that I'm getting here as well. Some of you may actually have your surprise you know, or like preferable gendered child. That's so funny. But yeah, we have the Five of Inspirations here, which, you know, there could have been some conflict about finances, and you may have had to go to court to, you know, get some support legally about getting that rectified for you. But I do see that any conflict is going to be calmed, and there's no, you know, if anything, wherever you are and whatever situation this may be calling at, sometimes it's important to show your emotions and show how much you care. And it's just even with regards to if you are someone who has like a stiff upper lip and someone who doesn't share and show your emotions, and you're very like King of Swords energy, this is giving me. Someone who's very highly intelligent, likes to do things in the just way, but also someone who is very clear-minded but does not show their emotions. Sometimes it's quite nice to see that side of you, you know, particularly in the workplace too, especially if you're an authority figure, because it allows your staff and members who work for you or with you to see that you have a very sort of well-rounded side of you that involves your emotions. I'm not saying you need to be crying towards your staff members, but it's just showing and sharing that you care for your business, or you care for your staff, or you care for your brand as well. And we have the Three of Materials, which is all about teamwork. So I mentioned that, you know, caring for your team, working together with skill sets from, you know, a diverse group of people. So working with people that have a different skill set than yours and your own, and that helps make the dream work. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. And we have these now lovely pink colours as well, which is telling me there's an energy of the heart coming through. The actual, you know, feeling that your emotions are being expressed and shown. It's not necessarily putting your heart on your sleeve like the Knight of Emotions. It's still having control of your emotions, but also letting that go. Even if you need to do this privately by crying, then do that. But that's also going to help. It's healthy, you know, with the Sun card. It's healthy to release tension. It's healthy to, you know, be controlled about your emotions. Like anything, be controlled about your anger. You know, channel your anger through creativity. Channel your anger through exercise. You know, or through lovemaking even, or channel your anger through something positive. Transmute that energy into something good. Channel your anger and your emotions even to something that is going to be creative, that could even bring financial gain as well. But the Three of Pentacles, Three of Materials here, is I see there's going to be more diversity in wherever you are. So this could be, say, for example, we're talking about your place of work. There's a lot of, you know, energy of work here with the Queen of Materials, the Three of Materials, and the Five of Materials being the first card. If you are hearing this disturbance outside, there is some construction going on. So I hope this isn't too disturbing. But, you know, even that in this reading is showing that, you know, how can you stay calm when and focused when there's chaos around you? Again, there's this image that I'm being given of this monk who's still, and he's like on a street like Oxford Street in London, or like New York, where there's all these people rushing around him. And how do you stay still? How do you practice yoga off the mat, which is something that I speak about a lot? How do you stay graceful? How do you maintain your grace? And how do you, you know, keep a leveled energy, professional stance as well, but also how do you deal with conflict? How do you deal with change? You know, and for many people, how you deal with change and conflict is very, very telling of your character. So, you know, how are you putting your ethos, your brand image, even your public persona into true motion, channeling here, through how you express yourself in times of crisis and great change? And I see that you do this in a very graceful way. Let's have a look at the Sun card. Why not? Let's have a look at the Sun card now in the Muse Tarot. Beautiful card. We have number 19. The 19th of August could be very significant for this big change in harmony and truth coming out. The 19th could also be a specific birthday for someone. Happy birthday to you, beautiful Leos. The 19th could be when you could be starting a new project or a new work or a job. The 19th could be the date that you could be having your first child or child. Okay, so let's just have a look. So before the 19th of the sun, it's the 18th, which is the moon, which again is the energy of this bat. So before the sun, there's fear, there's illusions. You know, before the sun, there's hidden truths. Before the sun, there is shadows in the moonlight. Before the sun, there is, you know, fears and needing to face them, which is what I mentioned. Before the sun, there's obscured knowledge. Before the sun, there are things you cannot know at that very given time. But once the sun appears symbolically in your life, I would say by next week, or by next week, I would say by Monday to the 19th moving forward of August, you're going to be seeing great change. So when the sun comes, you'll be seeing powerful positivity and success. When the sun comes, you'll be seeing optimism, joy, happiness, celebration, and even with family. When the sun comes, you'll be seeing jovial rumination. Okay, so in a world full of sun and shadow, she always finds a speck of time to pause and to embrace the sunlight. For the sun's energy is life itself, divine energy, the will to grow and to thrive, and the ability to do so. When she slows and comes to a pause, she can reach out with her mind to greet this massive surge of positive energy. Her mind spins beautifully, peacefully, and hypnotically under its spell of geometric shapes and full flow from the divine. It's a dance of ideas and of healing memories because, oh, how the sun can heal. She sends you a heart-filled message of happiness found and signals your forthcoming success. Expect total freedom. Be optimistic about your joy. She floats knowing that you will experience it soon and that life is about to get a whole lot better. Mandala Sun, I am your child, your healing touch, my muse. I celebrate both deep and wide, and all my joy I choose. Okay. And the bottom of the deck, we have Muse of Emotions. Okay, so let's have a look at this card and let's place that here for you for the time being. So Muse of Emotions. Okay. Emotions, of course, being emotions. The Muse of Emotions is, of course, Cups energy, opening up your heart, maybe even to a new love. Let me see if I can actually find this card. It's also facing your shadow as well, I would say. Facing your emotive side and also having that balance. Remember, we have archetypes. So remember how you express yourself, you know, make sure that if it's a water, fire, air energy, or even Pentacles energy, you know, earth energy, remember either one to express that in a balanced way. Where is the Muse of Emotions? Here it is. Okay, so the key words for the Muse of Emotions is compassion, joy, the freedom to feel all the emotions as a way to self-discovery, transcendent state of bliss, meditation, inner calm, and knowing, being totally in touch with your desires and with balanced and emotional and peaceful emotions, avoiding moodiness, rinsing the shadow, as I said. Come, tiny vessel of love, to the place where the water drops off and pours everything into the sweet shell of life. This message of highest love resides where all the bits and pieces of your anger and sadness are brewed and alchemized into beautiful experiences for the soul. For they too are experiences to be cherished and learnt from. Exactly what I said, you're learning these lessons, you're transmuting these angers and sadness into something positive, you're alchemizing this into something beautiful, experienced for the soul and from your soul. So for they too are experiences to be cherished and learnt from. Come meditatively, quietly, calmly, with everything you are, leave nothing behind, for you will need it all in this place of mindful understanding. Steer clear of manipulation and moodiness, and come into the night in the sweet waves of kindness, for those are the waves that will push you past the riptide. They will float you to the sandbanks of connection and invite you to explore your inner world with the gentlest compassion. Your task is to simply be true to your heart and accepting of the nature that is, as the healing waters of pure love are headed your way. Attended awareness of perception, reaction, emotion, empathic and true, sensitive wisdom who crosses the sea, the subtle magic of now lies with you. So that's all I have for you. Kind of sort of like a quick, easy, hopefully message, and quite direct. Mainly this is dealing with finances and feelings of loss, but I do see that you're going to be transmuting these emotions, however sad they may be, facing your shadow and alchemizing that into something positive, moving away, although however difficult this emotional experience may be, you're moving away and moving forward into something big that is changing, I would say, your life into something true, harmonic, harmonious and happy. And I do see that there's going to be success in the end. But right now, in this given time, release and stay grounded, stay balanced, and be graceful. New beginnings are coming for you. If you would like a private reading with me, you know where to find me. 50% off at this time for all the cartomancy readings. That's Angel, Oracle, Tarot cards. There's 3 different options there, depending on how deep you want to go into the reading or question. There are 3 options there for you. You can pay there directly on the website under healing. There's also shamanic healing sessions that I'm open and available for as well at this time, 50% off. That's all I have for you. I will most probably be doing another weekend reading this weekend, so stay tuned. Maybe we'll be doing a pick a card, who knows. Anyway, that's all I have for you, and I'm sending you so much love and light your way. Take care, beautiful souls. Ciao for now.